Hi everyone, Dr. Zach here, and I just wanted to shoot out a quick video. I had a conversation with a gal yesterday, and she was telling me that her arm was sore because she had gotten her latest Pfizer. And as I was talking with her, I realized that there's a responsibility that doctors have, especially when it comes to administering medication. And there's this concept called informed consent. And this follows the Nuremberg trials where prisoners of war were actually used for medical experimentation without being informed and without receiving consent for the experimentation that was going to be done. So when it comes to any medical intervention, by law, the medical system, the doctors that administer any kind of medication or procedure are required to get informed consent. And basically that means that you would be informed about the risks and the benefits and kind of be able to weigh that out, and that you would actually consent. Say, yes, I've had a chance, I've had this explained to me, I understand it completely and clearly, and this is what I'm choosing to do based upon my informed decision at this point. So I just wanted to put this out there because there was two articles that just were published within the last couple days, and one of them was that the title is this: exclusive. Email reveals why CDC didn't issue alert on COVID vaccines and myocarditis. Basically what happened is that some emails were discovered between some officials in the CDC. This is going back to March, April, May of 2021 when the vaccines were being rolled out. And they were seeing that there was a lot of people that were having, especially young people, that were having myocarditis, inflammation of the heart disease, clotting, these kinds of things that were going on, and staggering numbers. And so the CDC became aware of it. There were actually adverse events reports that were given to them. And so the officials got together and they discussed it and they said, well, you know what? In fact, here's what they said. The officials were concerned that if they actually sent out a memo to the doctors, to the health professionals that said, hey, pay attention, we've got some myocarditis that's on the rise directly related to this vaccine. They didn't do that because they didn't want to cause panic. Now, I understand not wanting to cause panic, but guess what they intentionally did with the whole COVID-19 virus scare? Was they put every bit of energy that they could into marketing this COVID-19, novel virus to create panic, so that we would wait and pray and hope in eager anticipation for this magic bullet injection to come out that would save our lives. So when it does come out and they find that there's far more people being injured and actually dying as a result of that, they said, we got to suppress that because we don't want people to panic. So guess what that does to this whole concept of informed consent? The CDC intentionally hid that information from the doctors. Not that the doctors should be off the hook. They should be responsible for researching what they're administering to people. But nevertheless, they weren't told, the information was suppressed. So guess what? Joe Q. Public, who goes to do what is doing the best thing for humanity, because that's what we're told to do, doesn't get information, can't make an informed decision, and there really is no consent. It's just get it or lose your job, get it or be harassed, get it or be called the worst person on the face of the planet. So I say that because that was one of the articles that just came out. They hid from you and from me that there was heart issues that come on. Well, guess what? Here's the next one. mRNA vaccines contain prion region, may be linked to prion-like diseases. So basically what this is, you've got these proteins in your brain, and when they're healthy, you've got a healthy brain. When they're not healthy, when they get damaged, you've got brain disease. You've got neurocognitive disorders. You've got issues that show up. Well, guess what? They've found that these pathological prions, these damaged proteins, show up in people following the COVID jabs. And so they're seeing such diseases as Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease and mad cow disease. So what they're seeing is that within 1 to 31 days, they're seeing massive numbers of these people that are having this neurocognitive disease that's caused by these prion proteins being altered and changed. And what we've seen is that with the spike proteins that are associated with the jab, we're seeing that not only in the brain are the proteins changing, but they're showing that in up to 1/8 of all of the cells in your body, there's this kind of damaging changes taking place in the proteins. So I want to ask you, do you think that this gal that I was talking to yesterday when she went in to get her latest Pfizer was told this? Do Do you think she was given information? Do you think that she was able to actually make a decision based upon accurate, reliable, true information that it is the medical field's responsibility to deliver to us? Or do you think that she went in pressured by the media, watching the latest Pfizer commercial and seeing, this Travis Kelce and the $20 million campaign that he's getting paid to perpetuate this jab hysteria? Do you think she made an informed decision? Or do you think she was motivated by panic and by fear and by lies that have been disseminated by the CDC, by the FDA, by the AMA, by every power that be? We need to recognize that those agencies aren't there to protect us. They're not informing us. They're lying to us. They're suppressing that information. So here's my public service announcement, is don't forget that you have been fearfully and wonderfully made, that inside of you is this an amazing immune system, and it's designed to keep you well, to help you recover from sickness and disease, to rebuild and to live a life and life to the full. And when we focus on that, then all of the strategies that the enemy throws at us to cause fear and to cause panic, we can just kind of say, no, that doesn't line up with what the truth is. The truth is, I've been made to be healthy, I've been made to be well, and that's the truth I'm anchored to. So I hope that you'll take hold of that. I hope that when it does come to any medical procedure, you really will seek out information. Find the truth. Don't rely upon your doctor to tell you that, because guess what? They don't. They have bought the lie that every disease is caused by a deficiency of medication, and that if we can just get more medications into us, we'll be healthier people. It comes back as our responsibility to discover and to learn the truth. So from Dr. Zach, this is my recommendation to you. Question everything, find the right answer, anchor the truth in your heart, and then you don't have to live in fear. God bless you. Make today a great one.